This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
The 900 numbers episode was,
oh, that was great.
Called a chef's kiss awesome.
That was great, Chico. But
that was great.
How are we going to top that, though, Chico?
Well, we're going to do this week a couple of really good episodes. One that I know you were looking forward to, and one that I did. But I feel like there's still something missing. There's something missing here. What do we do here?
I don't know.
Hey guys, did you miss me?
Wait a minute! By God! It's Mike Klaus!
Mike Klaus! Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Klaus is back. And you know what that means? Let's do this properly! Hit the theme music!
This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Spoiler number 1 is Dr. Lee Franz. It stinks.
What is going on? What is going on?
Episode 110, submission 309, Makin It. Makin It aired on ABC from February 1st to March 23rd of 1979 for 9 episodes.
I'm sorry. I'm making it. This time in life I'm taking it. No more making it. This time in life I'm taking it. I got moves, I got shoes, I got something to I'm making it. This time in life I'm taking it. No more making it. Making it non-stop. Making it to the top.
Making it.
Making it.
Do you guys remember the last scene of The Naked Gun with O.J. Simpson in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like doing that right now after hearing that rendition of Making It.
Except I don't have Priscilla Presley to go with.
Does that make me Leslie Nielsen or Ricardo Malta?
And we're not at Angel Stadium.
No,
Dodgers. They made Dodger Stadium look like Angel Stadium for some reason.
Because that's all that Zaz could afford at the time.
Yeah, they couldn't afford the big A.
No. They'd have to drive to Anaheim. They'd have to make this big to do. No.
And they spent all the money on Reggie Jackson's cameo.
They spent all the money on Reggie Jackson.
They spent all the money on Reggie Jackson and Jay Johnson.
So you're probably wondering, why are we talking about The Naked Gun, aside from the fact that Mike, who is back, ladies and gentlemen, is basically O.J. Simpson at the end of The Naked Gun, and my Zoom background, it's Dodger Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
It's Comiskey Park.
It's Comiskey Park, sorry. So how do we get from Comiskey Park Disco Demolition Night, which will be covered in a future entry, by the way, how do we get here? Well, it's a long story, and I guess if we're going to tell the story, we should probably go all the way back to the beginning. And that, of course, would be...
Wait. How far back is the beginning?
Well, we have to go to it was an article in New York Magazine.
Let's go all the way back.
In 1976, New York Magazine published an article by rock journalist Nick Cohn called Tribal Rights of the New Saturday Night. It detailed the emergence of disco in New York nightlife at the time, and led, of course, to the movie Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever, we all know that movie. John Travolta, big movie, big soundtrack with the Bee Gees pretty much top-lining the whole thing. And they wanted to capture that essence of disco life in a bubble. Now, ABC at the time had a really good thing going with Happy Days and its creators and producers, the team of Tom Miller and Eddie Milkus. So they were commissioned to come up with a new show. One that captures family life and the disco queen. It was basically a 30-minute version of Saturday Night Fever. It even had a Travolta. That's right. John Travolta's sister, Ellen.
Oh.
Sorry to get your hopes up.
No.
We got the second best Travolta.
Is there even a third Travolta?
I will get back to you on that. But here's the thing. So, Miller Milkus would produce it, but writing and creating it would be the tandem of Mark Rothman, Lowell Gans, and Gary Marshall, who worked with Miller Milkus on Happy Days, and would go on to work with Miller Milkus on Mork and Mindy. Miller Milkus was like really, really big in television. Of course, they would meet a third that would just... But that's another show.
Yeah.
Oh, you were wondering about the third Travolta?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Kelly Preston, R.I.P.
Oh. Yeah.
Well.
Oh.
That would be the third Travolta.
Yeah.
True.
Not name, but hold up. Chico, you neglected to mention one thing.
Oh, did I? Oh, I forgot something. What did I forget?
One of the producers of this show is someone who we've talked about previously. David W. Duclon.
Ah, the sainted David W. Duclon.
Who we talked about in Second Chance 1987.
And
in the Punky Brewster at the NLCS episode.
There you go. So, we have all of these people. They're talented, they're genius, and they had like a bunch of talented people in the camera too. But they were still missing one person, who would be the not John Travolta of this enterprise. So this is one of those times when watching a commercial really pays off, because one of the commercials that somebody watched was a Dr. Pepper commercial, and who would be singing the Dr. Pepper jingle at the time?
Well, that would be a gentleman by the name of David Naughton.
Yep. And he would be damn good at it.
Oh my goodness. That's probably one of the best jingles ever.
I drink Dr. Pepper, don't you see? 'Cause it's the perfect taste for me. That original taste, you know, is making peppers everywhere I go. There's boating peppers, toting peppers, peppers, cooking peppers, good-looking peppers. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Us peppers are an interesting breed. An original taste is what we need. Ask any pepper and he'll say, only Dr. Pepper tastes that way. There's carrying peppers, marrying peppers, dying peppers, quiet peppers. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? There's saluting peppers, tooting peppers. I'm a pepper man. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Aye, aye. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Yes, sir. Be a pepper.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Short Circuit 2, love it.
Oh, it's the first one, silly.
Station. Come on, now.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
What is going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, the second one is when he's chasing around poor Michael McKean all around New York City. When they go to that bookstore. He's reading all the books.
So David Naughton was cast in the role of Billy Minucci, a guy who by day worked at an ice cream parlor called the Tasty Treats, and by night was king of the dance floor.
Oh, yeah. In the 70s, that was all the rage. The ice cream parlor guy by day, and then disco dancing king at night.
But that's nothing compared to his brother, Tony Minucci, the older, more independent, more hip-happening brother played by the late Greg Antonacci. And everybody just loved him. Of course, rounding out the friends dynamic would be the sort of the weird one and the dumb one.
Oh, yeah, because that's common in these shows.
Yeah, the weird one was Al Kingfish Sorrentino, played by Ralph Seymour. And the dumb one was Bernard Fusco, played by Gary Prendergast.
No relation to Teddy.
No.
Well, that's Pendergast, not Prendergast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because this is the late 70s and a teenager has to have a girlfriend. Teenager has a girlfriend in the form of Corky Crandall, played by the ever-vivacious Rebecca Balding.
And, of course, if you remember, back in episode 14, we talked about Rebecca Balding because she was the woman in the poker game on Super Train. With Cleavon Little, Roddy McDowell, and Santa Claus.
She can't escape those darn discotheques, can she?
No.
Especially the ones that play poker matches for some reason.
And, Mike, we still don't know why they would broadcast that poker game on the train.
Well, this was about 10, maybe 12 years before ESPN did the World Series of Poker coverage, when they did the really the old school technology of showing, hey, here's two cards after the fact, putting it in post. So maybe they're doing that. Who knows? Where the hell's Vince Patton?
Where's Norman Chad?
Yeah.
Where's Gabe Kaplan? Oh, wait. He's on another show.
He's on the same network, but another show. Yeah.
That's what I just said. Yeah. Okay. So, of course, there's also the family dynamic, because there is a family dynamic on Saturday Night Fever that they had to replicate. So, we have Billy's younger sister, Tina Minucci, played by Denise Miller. And their parents, Dorothy and Joe Minucci, played by Lou Antonio and the aforementioned Ellen Travolta. That's pretty much the entire cast there.
Yeah.
We have family, friends, relationship, guy just trying to make it in college with his hipper older brother. Well, let's watch some episodes, shall we?
Yeah.
No, let's not. Save me. I want to go back to the hospital.
No.
No.
We're having too much fun here, Mike. Come on.
Take my other foot.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
We're not
Good night,
doing
everybody.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. We are not doing this. Okay. Episode 1. Staying Alive. See? The obvious connection is obvious.
Except this doesn't involve someone dancing at a Broadway musical. Get it?
Oh, yeah. I see what you did there. But yeah, that's for the Patreon podcast. It was a thing on sequels. Anyway, Billy Minucci is it says Billy Minucci is a New Yorker, but the action takes place in Passaic, New Jersey.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Billy Minucci is from Passaic, New Jersey, working his way through college and living at home with the shadow of his swinging older brother. It's a standard let's introduce everybody and everybody's sort of issue thing. Who cares?
Yeah.
And of course you have to have gratuitous disco dancing.
Of course you do. Episode 2, The Art Auction. Billy poses as Al Pacino's brother to get into an art auction and bids $5,000 for a painting to impress Corky. Now having seen Corky, I can tell you she could do a lot better than Billy Minucci.
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha!
She could do a lot better than Billy Minucci. Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha! Troy, I'm gonna kill myself. Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! I just bought a $5,000 painting from my girlfriend who deserves better than me. Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha! My girl's gonna scam Cleavon Little on a trade. Hoo-ha!
So that's how she paid for the painting. No.
Oh, and by the way, do you know who wrote this episode?
That would be Ron Levitt.
That's right. The co-creator of Married with Children.
Everything goes back to Married with Children, even after the hospital stay.
Oh, you know this, man.
Oh, yes.
Episode 3, Big Brother is Watching. Billy's at loose ends while trying to protect his sister from a well-known Casanova who prides himself on one-night stands.
Oh.
No, this isn't going to end well.
No, it's basically, oh God, it's like Billy's being the protective big brother, and yeah.
And sorry, with the family name being Minucci, it's not going to end well. It doesn't end well when Italian families deal with Casanovas.
Yep.
Just ask Al Pacino's brother.
I just bought $5,000 worth of painting, and now I'm watching out my sister do the dirty with this jerk. Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ha!
Episode 4, Fun. Part 1. Billy quits his job and school so he can experience the good life.
What the hell?
AKA disco dancing 24 hours a day.
He basically wanted to take on his nighttime identity full-time, which, let's be honest, you never do.
Oh, no.
No, you don't.
Disco dancing doesn't pay the bills in 1979.
No, it does not. Not in 1979, where, spoiler alert, it gets worse. And I'm not just talking about the show, neither. Episode 5, Fun. Part 2. Billy shirks his responsibilities and moves in with his brother. Yeah. Because if you didn't think this would get... I told you this was going to get worse.
And it's getting worse.
Tony Minucci just makes things worse. That's all he does. It's weird to think that Billy Minucci's the sane one in the family, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Episode 6, Something from Ma. Now this is the only, I'll tell you right now, this is probably the only episode that's available in full on YouTube. So if you want, but it's a really good example of everything that goes on in this show.
Yeah.
Tony surprises his mother with a pair of expensive earrings for her birthday, which leads her to being arrested because the police think they're stolen.
What is it with stereotyping the Italians, thinking that, earrings, nice earrings, are stolen? Don't do that to my people.
Hey.
My people.
Hey, the more things change, the more they say the same.
Yep. But fun fact, this episode was written by Babalu Mandel.
And if you don't... And he has written some notable movies. He's written the movie Splash, Spies Like Us, Gung Ho, Parenthood.
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own, City Slickers, and City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold, which we'll also cover on our spin-off Patreon prize. It was a thing in a sequel to a movie.
Episode 7, which was, fun fact, the last episode produced. There was a 10th episode, but it was never produced. Little Orphan Fusco. Bernard thanks Dorothy for nursing his injured foot by sending gifts, which her kids mistake for presents from a lover.
Woo!
Yeah.
I needed to hear that in my life. It's been a long time since I've heard that woo.
Yeah. Dorothy was just trying to be nice. Now Bernard is being nice. And the kids are like, who's trying to break up our family here? What's all this? What's all this? Go figure. Anyway, episode 8, Tony's Homecoming. Tony and his parents are reunited after a 2-year separation. So we learn now that Tony has been estranged from his parents for 2 years. Which I get because, again, Tony is the older, hipper brother who doesn't need nobody. He is just living his best life in late 1970s New York City.
Hey, whatever. He does what he wants.
Whatever. I do what I want. And now he's come home to see his parents. And I don't even know what he does after that.
Yeah.
And the final episode, Friends for Life.
Aww.
When Dorothy gets flowers from a secret admirer, her children suspect her of having an affair with the local encyclopedia salesman.
Kids, okay, gather around.
Oh, boy.
Back in the day, there was no such thing as Wikipedia. So all the information in the world would be on these things called books. And they would have like a series called an encyclopedia that had all the information in the world on them. And you'd pay like an extraordinary, ridiculous amount of money to have everything in the world on your bookshelf that would be instantly outdated in 6 months.
That's why they update it every year, dude.
That's my point. It was all a scam. Thank God for Wikipedia. So we don't have to pay for ridiculous encyclopedias ever again.
True.
speaking for the educational field, we do still use them from time to time, albeit not necessarily in this virtual environment during COVID. Okay, that wasn't a good case.
No,
stick
it
to
wasn't.
Wikipedia.
So basically, the life and times of Billy as he struggles through college while his older brother is living his best life.
Yeah.
And Billy wants a piece of that best life.
You're damn right he is.
Isn't that why he sang the theme song? To get a piece of the action?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
This time in life, he's taking it. No more. No more.
Making it. I got the chance. I'm taking it. Yeah. So there you go. It's like Billy gets a piece. In the first episode, Billy gets a piece of Tony's nightlife. And all of a sudden, he doesn't want a piece. He wants the whole thing.
He wants the whole damn thing, baby.
And that is basically Making It. The story of a good little Italian boy from Jersey who gets a taste of the nightlife.
Yeah.
So, and it's is it a really well told out story? Who knows? Because there's only one episode out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I only lasted about 6 minutes, so that may tell you how good or bad the show is.
Yeah.
But also, I will admit, I told Greg this before we started recording. Okay, generally with Miller Milkus and, in parentheses, Boyette shows, I'm not a big fan of them. Happy Days, I liked. Laverne and Shirley,
Mork and Mindy?
I'm sorry?
Mork and Mindy?
Mork and Mindy I liked. Bosom Buddies was good. Full House I can't really say I cared about as a Miller Boyette production.
Perfect Strangers?
Perfect Strangers
Perfect Strangers got long in the tooth after season 3. Sorry.
That's exactly what I was going to say. After about season 3 or season 4, I really didn't care for Perfect Strangers that much. Once we hit about 1990, nope, Perfect Strangers, I'm done with you. So yeah, it needed to be put out to pasture.
But Family Matters.
That's going to be on a later installment.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We'll talk more about that when we get to it.
Yeah, remember we're going to be talking about shows that lasted one season too long, and gosh, I think we have maybe about 3 or 4 candidates just in the Miller Milkus Boyette family of shows.
Oh, but yes. Okay, so you have this show. David Naughton is a lovable enough guy. His parents, Lou Antonio, Ellen Travolta, they're talented. The whole cast is just up and coming, and it's full of energy and full of life. There was just a couple things going for it. First of all, like Mike said, the writing or the actual show itself was just... It's an acquired taste. I mean, it is an absolutely acquired taste, as is disco as a whole. And another thing that the show had going for it, again, tell me what year this came out.
1979.
Okay, and that was just about the time when disco was on the wane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember, we already talked about this in at least 3 different installments. We talked about it in episode 86 with the Playboy Roller Disco and Pajama Party. And we talked about it the previous episode 85, with the 3rd annual college cheerleading championship, which was very heavily disco-laden. But also, we talked about it in some other shows, I mean, we could talk about the all-new Beat the Clock, which had a very disco vibe to it. A lot of synthesizers and those types of musical instruments. And what else did we talk about? Oh, well, we talked about
Supertrain.
Supertrain. What was the other one? Oh, well, you could even consider Pink Lady and Jeff.
But yes.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
That was at the tail end.
So, yeah.
Disco.
So this was, yeah. So, I mean, in 110 episodes, we've covered 4 shows that basically have spotlighted disco in its waning days.
Yep. But but disco literally exploded out of flavor. Disco literally exploded out of favor on July 12th, 1979.
Yeah, and we'll cover that eventually on this show.
Yes, we will.
Yep. It's all thanks to you, Steve Dahl. You're the reason why disco's dead.
And the ultimate irony of all of this, because ABC canceled the show in March of 1979. The song of the summer of 1979, Makin' It, by David Naughton.
Oh, you had your chance, ABC. You could have capitalized on a hit song, but no.
Yep.
Yeah, it was probably for the best anyway.
Yeah. I mean, that at the end of the day, that is the legacy of this show, is that song. It was basically a one-hit wonder for David Naughton.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, the legacy of that song, you can... Sometimes if you listen to a 70s station, chances are you're going to hear that song.
Yep. I know they'll play it on 70s on 7.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's not necessarily feel bad for David Naughton, because he did have a good career.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
He was an American Werewolf in London.
Exactly. But let's also remember he was in My Sister Sam.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, he had a decent career there for, what, the 2-3 seasons it aired.
And he still did the Dr. Pepper ads.
Oh, yeah. And fun fact, played Mr. Fantastic in the video game Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, my goodness! So he was Reed Richards in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
He was Reed Richards in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. He was also... Oh, God! Is this on the list? Tell me if this is on the list or not.
What is it?
He played the male lead in the TV movie from 1988, Goddess of Love.
I don't think
Goddess of Love is definitely on there. Come on.
Did we ever put... Let me look.
If that's the one with Vanna White, I know I nominated that.
No, we never put it officially on the list, believe it or not.
Add it.
It's added.
Yeah, damn right we're going to add Goddess of Love on the list.
While we're there, we're also going to add Turbocharged Thunderbird. Actually, no, that would be under Power Ranger ripoffs, which is also on the list.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Taking a look at who's in Goddess of Love, not just Vanna White, not just David Naughton, but David Leisure and Amanda Bierce. Yes, that needs to be added like right now. And Little Richard, for heaven's sake.
What? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. It was already on the list. It was 1507. My bad.
I knew I nominated it.
Yeah, because we said something about Alex possibly doing it. And he said he's never seen it.
Well, he's got a good 2 months.
Good.
He's got a good 2 months. You tell Alex Braun to get on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are definitely covering that.
Goddess of Love. Yeah, you damn right we are. We're having more fun talking about when we're going to talk about Goddess of Love in this show.
Well,
there's There's nothing remarkable about this show whatsoever.
Nothing at all. No, the only remarkable thing about this show
is the theme. That's
is
it.
the theme music.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And David Naughton. That's it.
That's it.
I'm going to add one more thing.
What's that?
How Ellen Travolta, who would have been about 40 at the time, is David Naughton's mother. And how old was David Naughton?
25. I don't know.
Was
lower. It's like David Naughton. Lower Drew.
No, David Naughton. It looks like he was about 29 at the time.
Oh, what?
Okay, Ellen Travolta looks like was born in 39, and
So
David
she would have
Naughton,
been 40 at the
so she
time.
would have been 40, and David Naughton was born in February of 51, so he would have been about 28. Actually, maybe even 27, 28. So
my God,
there's another one of those situations where, sorry, the mom is creepily younger than she should be.
Man, that's Luke Perry on 90210 old.
So David Naughton was 90210 old.
Yeah.
90210 old. I just came up with that.
What was he doing as a 29-year-old working in an ice cream shop?
He was working his way through college.
Hold up, I got one.
29?
I have one problem with in the opening of Making It, okay?
Uh-huh.
You know how David Naughton's like working the ice cream thing? Like the frozen yogurt or whatever, and he puts his mouth into the frozen.
Oh, you would not do that in 2020.
No, you would
Hell
not.
no.
Oh no.
Hell, you got the flus and you got the COVID and you got the anthrax.
You would get instantly fired if you did that.
You would get fired, and you would probably get fired out of a cannon into the sun or something because, yeah.
Well, thank heavens disco hasn't returned for the 2020s. That's the one good thing about 2020. We haven't gotten the disco back.
True.
Oh, my God. Is that the only good thing about 2020? Well, I asked you.
No, the other good thing about 2020 happened last Saturday.
Yes. Not to put our political beliefs out there, but fair point.
And by the other good thing that happened in 2020, of course, I'm talking about Four Seasons Total Landscaping.
Yes.
Oh, no. You mean the corner gas station? No.
No, corner gas is another episode. But we will never talk about that show on this show.
We're never talking about corner gas.
Corner gas is awesome.
And also, Lance Storm would chastise us if we criticize corner gas. So I would never hurt
We're
Lance
not
Storm.
Corner gas. That's a great TV show.
I love corner gas.
It's like Wings. It made Tony Shalhoub's career.
Hey, wait a minute. Wings? Yeah, you're right. It did make Tony Shalhoub's career. But you know, Mike, I think what Making It needed.
What?
It needed a Tim Daly. It needed a Tim Daly.
It had a Tim Daly. David Naughton was Tim Daly.
No, David Naughton is not Tim Daly.
Oh, you mean the actual actor?
The actual Tim Daly.
Not a sort of Tim Daly archetype.
Yeah, you're right. Tim Daly.
It needed Tim Daly.
This is how bad this show is. We're thinking, man, what would have made this show better?
What would have made this show better? That is a good question.
Well, no, I can tell you what's going to make this show better. With this show, it's eBay Price is Right.
Are you kidding me? No, you haven't been back an hour and we're already doing this. Fine. Okay. All right. Play the music. Play the music.
right, gentlemen. There's plenty of stuff regarding making it on eBay. Not even joking. I see plenty of 8x10s. I see even tickets for the show.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Who would want to go see this show?
Well, there's a lot of 2 tickets, one for Making It and one for the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm guessing the Guinness, maybe the Guinness game, I don't know. From looks like 78 or 79, going for $5 if you really want tickets. But obviously there's, oh gosh, like I said, a ton of photos, 7x9s, 8x10s, obviously a ton of 45s, singles. But there's something very interesting that I found, and it's a Making It bumper title card. It's from the network. It's basically something they'd show either before commercials or after commercials, or if there were technical difficulties, where it has like the name of the TV show and there's the entire cast standing there. And these are also generally like 8x10s. I've got a couple of them in my collection. And,
so I don't know what a bumper card is. I've lived through. You know what? Bumper cards are going on. No, we can't put that on. We cannot put bumper cards on the list because this is an audio show and not a video one. So,
well,
I
there goes that idea. So this is a Making It bumper card, title card. And usually these are made out of heavier cardboard stock, a little thicker. And again, like I said, it says Making It ABC, and you've got the whole cast there. You got there's like 9 people in this photo, a lot of people. And dollars and cents, please. And I'm going to start with Greg because I don't know why. So, Greg, dollars and cents, how much would you bid for this Making It bumper card, 8x10, thicker cardboard, color?
I'm picturing it now. I'm going to say $13.99.
$13.99. Okay. And Chico.
Do I want to be a bastard?
I don't know. How do you feel?
$14.29. I'm not being a bastard. I'm giving him 30 cents worth of cushion.
No, that's not a bastard at all. So $13.99 and $14.29. Oh, guys, you two are so close. The actual retail price, or at least the buy it now price of this item, $14.99.
Fuck, I was $1 off.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, and again, these are really cool. You know, especially like the short-lived shows. You know, Making It lasted all of about 2 months, so yeah, it's a cool little collectible.
Yeah. It's like you buy it now, you hang it somewhere. You have your own picture of Rebecca Balding and 9 other people. Anyway.
Oh, I would just buy it for Rebecca Balding.
Oh, of course.
You would.
I would.
So there you have it. Making It was a big radio hit for David Naughton, but on the other side of it, it was just a thing on TV.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Well, at least we'll still have the memories. Mm-hmm. And hey, this coming year just might be my year. Because 2020 sucked.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been making bank all year at my job. So
have I, but then again, my job involves, well, let's just say the pandemic has been sort of neutral for my job.
Hey, hold up a second. This year hasn't been bad because I just got
Uh-oh. What did Greg just get?
I got the new Mallrats Special Edition Blu-ray.
Yeah! Love it! Work it, son!
Which has future entry. The TV edit of Mallrats.
Yes! Yes!
On disc 2. with the hilarious bad overdubbing of Jason Mewes.
Let's be honest. You overdub Jason Mewes on a TV edit of a View Askew film, it's going to be bad.
Oh yeah.
It is going. Yeah, you Mighty Duck pukes. That doesn't make any sense.
Hey, all it took was a fat karate punch, Chico.
Fat karate punch.
Wow! No more making it. Making it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Are your parties always boring?
Then you losers need my new video, Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Chameleon.
Kenny crams over 2,000 amazing celebrity impressions into one 15-minute video. You'll get Tom Hanks.
I'm Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
Jim Carrey.
Alrighty then.
And Ms. Barbara Streisand.
Good Lord, do I love pasta salad.
You get hilarious. Listen to what Kenny's celebrity friends have to say about his new video.
Kenny Sheehan is very good at doing celebrity impressions. I enjoy viewing his muscles and tattoos.
Incredible.
Why don't one of you lazy sons of bitches get me a beer?
Kenny Sheehan, Vocal Chameleon. Available at fine video stores everywhere.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
PlayStation Nation's JT Rosero and Chad Campbell here. We want to let you know that we have over 24 podcasts available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlayStation.com. We now offer them to you on two great feeds. For the PlayStation Nation Wrestling feed, we dive into topics running the gamut from today's WWE to the glory days of yesteryear and the ins and outs of the territory days. In addition to our full-length shows, we also deliver to you special pod blasts on topics old and new.
The Place to Be Nation Pop feed is a veritable treasure trove of great content, offering tremendous shows covering the land of movies, television, life, comics, and sports, brought to you by the most knowledgeable and insightful folks in the podcast world.
You can find all these great shows, plus archives of our past podcasts from over the past 8 years as well by subscribing to both feeds on iTunes. And while you're there, be sure to rate and leave feedback as well. All of these shows, plus others, available on PlayStation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus in-depth search projects, and much more. Be sure to support our site by using www.PlayStationNation.com/Amazon when doing your online shopping. And we want to thank our friends at Boneheads, Wingbar, ProWrestlingOnly.com, and HistoryOfWrestling.com as well. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. PlayStation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Episode 111, submission 607. The episode of Boy Meets World where Sean works for the Mafia. The episode of Boy Meets World where Sean worked for the Mafia was the 12th episode of the 4th season of Boy Meets World and aired on the night of December 13th, 1996 on ABC.
So, Philadelphia. Aside from being the angriest city in the nation, it's also one of the coolest. I should know because I took a train there once. Twice. 5 times, okay? I stayed overnight at Temple University.
My brother and sister-in-law live like 15 to 20 minutes by there.
I have so many friends from Philly, including one watching from up above. We miss you, Jim. Anyway.
And also, Philadelphia gave us Gritty.
Yes! So why are we talking about Philly like we all know what's going on? Because that's where Boy Meets World takes place, of course. You know, Boy Meets World, Ben Savage, and a lot of other people.
Yeah, especially Topanga.
Yep. It's Boy Meets World. It's what happened before Girl Meets World, kids.
That's on Disney Plus too, by the way.
Oh yes. So is this show.
Oh yeah, especially this episode, because people, we've been wanting to cover this episode for a long time. This episode is a source of laughter for all of us because this plot is just so amazingly ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the Christmas episode.
Yeah, but also it stars two bona fide comedy legends.
Oh yes.
How can? Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about comedy superstars of the level of Soupy Sales and Buddy Hackett, how can you not enjoy it?
They are in a league all of their own, Soupy Sales and Buddy Hackett. And we are talking about standing on the shoulders of giants here.
Oh yes.
So what do Buddy Hackett and Soupy Sales have to do with Christmas in 1996 in Philadelphia?
You tell me.
Okay, so Corey and Sean are of that age where they're looking for money and they're still looking to find their place in the world, and in Turner's class they decide to go over a poem called The Road Not Taken.
Robert Frost classic.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. It's like top 10 English class favorite, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my dad's favorite poem.
Yep. So, Corey and Sean, yeah, they're not feeling Robert Frost. They're thinking about which jobs they got, the roads they just took. Corey's working at this nice little bistro in South Philly, and Sean is working on the docks. Which Philadelphia, December, the docks.
Oh yeah.
Gets a little cold. Corey, on the other hand, he is living it up in that restaurant, getting nice, I want to say really nice tips from a couple of really nice gentlemen. By the way, the restaurant is Sam's Pub, and two people who frequent it is Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini. Mr. Fontaine, of course, played by the legendary Buddy Hackett, and Mr. Martini is played by the equally as legendary Soupy Sales.
Man, that's the funniest two mob guys in the world, I bet.
Yeah, the Borscht Belt Mafia, maybe. I don't know. But he has these nice tips, warm atmosphere, free, lots of money. Corey is a plush job until Sean enters and thinks, dude, you know you're working for the mob, right?
And Corey's like, oh no, I'm working for the mob. I better get the hell out of here.
And so that's exactly what he does. Of course, Sean being Sean, he sees an opening.
Sean sees an opportunity, and he decides, hey, Corey's quit his job working for these guys. I hate my job at the Ducks. I'm going to pounce on this opportunity right now. I mean, how bad can this be?
Turns out it's pretty good for Sean, because apparently Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini are really big fans of Sean's cappuccino.
Oh, that's terrific.
That's nice. Hey, cappuccino's an easy thing to mess up. Sean does it. Delicious.
Yeah.
So Sean steps into his role, keeps the caps coming, and keeps getting paid for it. And turns out, yeah, everybody in Sean's life is going to have a very Merry Christmas indeed. Because, well, let's start with Corey's new fancy watch. I'm like, he's looking at this watch like, dude, where'd you get the scratch for this watch?
Yeah, I got the money from the job. You stupidly quit because I told you that you were working for the mafia, dummy.
You took the job? Why? Corey, have you been down at the docks in December in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
It is balls cold.
Yeah, you need like 8 layers of clothing at the docks in Philadelphia. You'd want to quit to work for the mafia too, Corey.
Yeah. Well, nice watch. It's time for Sean to go back to work. Here's the thing, though. Those 2 guys are the only ones who were ever there.
Wait a minute. Hold up. There's only 2 people, and it's the mobsters at this pub.
There's only 2 people, the mobsters, at this pub, and they can afford to tip Sean a king's ransom. Why is that?
Mike, do you have an idea of why that is, that they would do that?
I have no clue.
Do we have anything that we can splice in here to give us a clue?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have Sean have his idea of where this business is thriving because of these 2 guys.
So, Sean, you ever wonder, we got a nice restaurant here, yet we have no customers, but we make a nice living?
I figure you do a good takeout business.
Good takeout business? Yeah, we do a good takeout business. Takeout business.
Well, I figure you do a really good takeout business.
Yeah,
takeout business?
Yeah, he figures we have a good takeout business.
Yeah, we have a really good
takeout business.
Takeout business!
Because, guys, you get it? Great takeout business.
Yeah, they've got the best takeout because they're joking about, hey, they want to kill ya!
Yeah, they're joking about they have a great takeout business because they murder people.
Hey, Sean, those 2 people that you make cappuccinos for, they want to kill ya! Opa! So, Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini give Sean a task on Christmas Eve. Now, Christmas Eve, remember, they were going to spend the Christmas at the Matthews house. You know, dinner, carols, lame TV specials, TV episodes like this one. Maybe even a Christmas Story, because they probably would have started doing 24 hours.
Yeah, on TBS, yep.
Mm-hmm. But they give him a task to do on Christmas Eve. Wait in front of a warehouse, deliver a box, and then he'll get an envelope that he has to give to Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini. No questions. You got it?
Yeah.
How many questions?
No
Trick question! That's a question! What are you supposed to ask him?
What's
Good silence.
Oh.
Good silence. No questions. Okay, so he's back at the docks. But hey, at least he's getting paid a cush amount for it. Not like Corey, who is, well, freezing his nips off. Now, Sean is told that if he does this, they'll offer him a more permanent position. Hopefully, it's not buried 6 feet underneath the spectrum. because, again, these guys have a good takeout business.
Yeah, they have a good takeout business.
Yeah, it's basically saying, you botch this, we will kill you.
Yeah, they'll effing kill Sean.
Yeah. Boy meets ground, son. Anyway, so Corey is talking to Sean about Robert Frost because street knowledge. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. They're talking, and he wants to know what's in the box. The box that he was told to deliver to whoever with the envelope. Sean decides, I'm going to go through with this. I don't care about what's in the box. I just want to get this job done. Let me get this job done for the nice gentlemen so they do not kill me. He doesn't say all of this, but, it's sort of insinuated.
It's implied.
It's implied. Like, please, let me do this job. All right? Corey tells him to bring the box, place it under the Christmas tree, and later we'll try to guess what the street value of the box is.
What is this? Let's make a deal?
We're talking about, come on, Mike, we're talking about street value. Street value.
Gotcha.
Street, wink, wink, not notch, not say no more.
Understandable.
Okay. Sean realizes where all of this is heading if he continues down these mean streets and finally understands that poem. So, yeah. And the thing of it is, apparently nobody dies, and I don't think the big gentleman gets his box.
Yeah, here's the thing, okay? Sean doesn't deliver the package, so I love that this episode implies that Sean is going to be murdered. Because Buddy Hackett and Soupy Sales are going to eventually find out he never delivered the package. So
he didn't deliver the package, he didn't get the envelope. What are you good for? Cappuccino?
Cappuccino. So it's like, this is unresolved. There's no closure to this plot whatsoever.
Nope. Absolutely no closure to this plot whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe Buddy Hackett and Soupy Sales figured, whatever. We have a great takeout business. We'll hire somebody else to get our cappuccino. Who cares?
Yeah, maybe that Corey kid has an older brother.
Oh, hold up.
Speaking of which, B-roll. Sorry. Okay, so Eric is driving.
Oh yeah. There's a B plot to this episode too.
Yeah, there is a B plot. Eric driving Lonnie, his girlfriend, played by Jen Campbell, 500 miles to her home, but a blizzard stops them in their tracks.
Why didn't they take the Proclaimer's advice and just walk 500 miles?
For fuck's sake, Greg, damn it. I was avoiding that joke.
Hey, it works for Ted and Marshall on their car ride.
Ted and Marshall drove that.
I know they drove.
They drove through that storm, man.
I get they drove through that.
Because they are real ones.
But they had the song playing during the whole trip.
I will walk 500 miles an hour. I know I'm gonna be the
So, this song is the best song in the world. It's the only song I like. Just kidding! Tape's been stuck in the player for like 2 years. Better than nothing, though. Maybe. I am so sick of this song. Don't worry, it comes around again. What do you mean? Just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles and falls down at your door. Ooh. Yeah, we totally nailed the ending. Yeah, that was probably like our best one.
They did. They did have that song play the whole trip.
Even though it was permanently stuck in Marshall's car.
Yes, it was. And I would walk 500 miles. Anyway, Eric knocks himself unconscious and begins to freeze. Lonnie decides to strip them both naked, huddling them together in a sleeping bag.
Woo-woo!
And when Eric hears about this, he's upset because, well, he's Eric. And if that was going to happen, he wanted to feel every bit of it instead of, well, being unconscious for it. Lonnie tells him it never happened. Although it's implied that she actually lied in order to get Eric to stop. Because, yes. Well...
It's Eric.
It's Eric. Eric's not that smart.
Yeah. And at the end of the episode, Mr. Feeney gathers everyone together as they take a nice holiday picture. And at the end it says, Happy Holidays from Boy Meets World. With the entire cast in the picture. Oh, how nice.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's so ABC.
It's so ABC TGIF.
That's so I know. But there's so many things that I can't even begin to unwrap about this episode. First of all, I love that Buddy Hackett and Soupy Sales are these two wisecracking mobster guys.
Oh yeah, that's so great.
That is awesome.
And apparently, they run the entire mafia in Philadelphia. They run
these two guys.
These two guys. I got a question though. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now the building Sean is delivering the package to.
It's a warehouse.
It's a warehouse. Well, hold up a second. I have a fan theory here. Okay. Okay. Hear me out. Okay. You ready for this? This is gonna blow your mind. Okay. Are you ready?
Right.
What if the place where Sean was delivering the package to was Four Seasons Total Landscaping?
Oh, jeez. It's a theme show. Oh, no.
It could happen. It could happen.
It would explain so much. The Philly Mafia owns Four Seasons Total Landscaping right next to the crematorium and the adult bookstore.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Okay, so, another thing is basically what becomes of Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini after this whole episode, because I'm reading on Boy Meets Wiki, that's boymeetsworld.phantom.com. Mr. Fontaine and Mr. Martini ask Sean to wait in a corner in front of a warehouse, deliver a box, receive an envelope, return it to them for $200. But Corey convinces them to stop, go home, presumably take the box with him and give it to the police so they can arrest Fontaine and Martini for smuggling drugs, which is clearly what they were doing.
So someone's come up with the theory that they got arrested.
It's a theory, yeah.
It's a theory. No, I don't.
And it's on the Phantom Wiki page, so it's, again, truth by consensus.
It's truth by consensus, but I don't buy this at all.
How do you not buy this?
I like the idea that it just implies that Sean's going to be murdered.
Oh, we all knew Sean was going to be murdered. We heard gunshots in the cafeteria, or it could have been a backfiring engine. It's probably both.
It could be both. You never know in Philly. Maybe it was a bunch of people that were upset over a Sixers game. Who knows?
Well, Allen Iverson wouldn't have joined the Sixers. There would be no reason to be upset yet.
No. This would have been his rookie year. His rookie year was 96-97.
Okay, all right. You know what? They would be upset then.
They would be upset. But don't worry, guys. In 5 years, we're going to be going to the NBA Finals. It'll be all good. And he's going to step over a future NBA champion head coach. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, they would.
Mm-hmm.
But no, actually, I'm surprised that you didn't go with the default Philly answer. They were going to throw snowballs at Santa with batteries inside.
Oh, everyone makes that joke.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said it was the standby Philly sports joke.
Okay, so do we have final thoughts about this episode?
Well, God.
I'm upset by the fact that Eric's girlfriend lied to him about the whole they got naked and such. I'm very upset about that.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole how does Corey live after he quits his plush job?
Oh yeah. How is he not dead?
Why is he not dead? I mean, you would think because these are two mafiosos that they would be dead. He would be absolutely dead because Corey knows all of their business.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Corey Matthews thinks, I'll leave it up to Ken Wall to figure this out.
Mike, any thoughts?
Yes. It's eBay. Price is right.
Are you kidding me?
What, for this episode, really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No.
I've never seen the episode. Not a joke. So I don't have much to say on the matter.
Well, it is available on Disney Plus.
It is available on Disney Plus, and there's also a recap by Dashiell Driscoll, the man behind the brilliant Zach Boys is Trash on YouTube for Funny or Die, on a very special episode recapping this whole thing.
Wait, Dash did something?
Dash did something.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he recapped this. Why do you think we're covering this episode, silly?
Because we love Snoopy Sales and we love Buddy Hackett.
Well, yeah, actually. Yeah.
That's true. We do enjoy both of them.
We do. Buddy Hackett's awesome.
And we're going to cover Buddy Hackett next year, right before the Jay Leno version of You Bet Your Life premieres. Because we're going to cover the versions of You Bet Your Life that weren't hosted by Groucho Marx.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And also another individual who we'll not mention.
Yeah, we're not going to mention the other individual. We'll mention Buddy Hackett because, well, he's not locked up.
No. Unfortunately, Buddy Hackett fell victim to the takeout business, so...
Takeout business.
He's
going to get murdered.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what won't get you murdered? The good deals at Four Seasons Total Landscaping, guys.
So...
No. Too much too soon. You got to spread it out thinner.
Yeah, come on. Mike just got back. Let him ease back into the swing of things here.
I want Mike to know that there's some great deals at Four Seasons Total Landscaping. They provide all your needs in Philadelphia.
They did not sponsor this episode, by the way.
No. Although no joke, VR Furies have now recreated the entire scene at Four Seasons Total Landscaping. So if you're a furry, folks, and you want to go into virtual reality mode and you want to visit Four Seasons Total Landscaping, you can do that in VR. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
You have nothing to add, Mike. Good.
We really don't.
But I have one more thing to add. You can go to our website, itwasathingontv.com. You can listen to all 110 episodes previous to this, and you can listen to the 2 mini-sodes. You can listen to the 2 live shows we did. You can listen to the pilot episode. Oh, you can listen to all bunch of things. 12,000 downloads, folks, on that page.
And we thank you for that. And of course, we got another person we thank is the good folks at Place to Be Nation, who are also hosting our episodes.
Yes, because this week, as we're coming up, 107, 108, 109. So next week, these 2 episodes are going to be on next week's schedule. So we're going to be up to date now. So that's great.
Nice.
Yeah. But next week, guys, it's almost time for Thanksgiving, folks.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be a socially distant Thanksgiving. But, folks, we're going to provide all the turkey. We're going to provide all the stuffing. We're going to provide all the pumpkin pie. Because we got 2 entries, and we got a mini-sode for you.
Nice.
Yeah. We got a classic animated special, and also we got a continuation on something that we did around this time last year. No spoilers, but yeah.
If you remember what we did last year, we're sort of looking at the next iteration of that.
Oh, yes.
And also, for the mini-sode, there's a certain anniversary of something coming up. So we are going to cover that in our 3rd mini-sode.
Yeah, I can't wait to try and figure out what this is.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now I have 0 idea.
Oh, you have no idea what this mini-sode is about?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Oh, can't wait.
All right. But until then, we'll be back here next week with the 3 things on TV. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week. Wow! Takeout business!
You've been waiting like months for that.
Oh, I have.